Today's class is about uh, pancreatic secretion and succus entericus, which is small intestine secretion. In GIT, we have started off with secretions like saliva, gastric juice, the bile. Saliva is where the salivary amylase initiates the carbohydrate digestion. In the stomach, we came across pepsinogen, which is converted to pepsin in the presence of HCl, which is a proteolytic enzyme where protein digestion is initiated. Bile helps in emulsification of fat. Today's class is about the different enzymes which are present in pancreas and small intestine secretion called as succus entericus. Pancreas is both an exocrine and an endocrine gland. The endocrine secretion is from islet cell of Langerhans. The exocrine secretion is necessary for digesting carbohydrates, protein, and fats and neutralizing the acidity of the duodenal contents. The anatomy of pancreas is the exocrine pancreatic gland is composed of alveolar gland resembling the salivary gland. The secretory units are called as acini. You can see the acini. The acini secrete enzymes of pancreatic juice. The secretions pass through intercalated duct, interlobular duct, and then to extralobular duct, finally to larger duct, and the main collecting duct called as the duct of Wirsing. You can see the pancreatic duct terminating in the sphincter of Oddi, the ampulla of Vater. The pancreatic duct joins with the common bile duct to form the ampulla of Vater, which drains into the duodenum. The pancreas has the following nerve supply. You can see the endocrine secretion is insulin and glucagon. The beta cells secrete insulin and the alpha cells the glucagon. The exocrine cells secrete enzymes from the acini and the ducts secrete the bicarbonate. This is the unit of the gland, which are the secretory units, the acini and the ducts. With the nerve supply, the pancreas has the following nerve supply. The sympathetic is through the celiac plexus, through superior mesenteric plexus. The sympathetic stimulation inhibits the pancreatic secretion, whereas the pancreatic parasympathetic supply through the vagus increases pancreatic secretion. You can see the zymogen granules. So the innervation is through vagus for the parasympathetic, and the sympathetic is celiac plexus, which supplies the blood vessel and vasomotor fibers, and in pain, in pancreatitis, the pain fibers are stimulated. The composition of pancreatic juice are, it is alkaline in nature with a pH of 7.8 to 8.4. It is watery, colorless, with strong bicarbonate odor. Per day, around 1500 ml is secreted with a specific gravity of 1010 to 1018. It has an alkaline pH due to high bicarbonate concentration. The content is 98.5% water and 1.5% solids. The inorganic constituents are cations and anions. The cations are sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, with the anions being predominantly bicarbonate, chloride, sulfate, and phosphate. And the organic constituents are the digestive enzymes. The enzymes are formed from the granular endoplasmic reticulum, and they are stored in the zymogen granules formed in Golgi complex. The discharge of zymogen granules is by reverse spinocytosis into the duct, that is by the process of exocytosis. The bicarbonate, electrolytes and water are secreted by the centroacinar cells and cells lining the small intercalated ducts from the acini. In larger ducts, bicarbonate is reabsorbed in exchange for chloride. When the rate of secretion is slow, the bicarbonate is low and chloride is high. When if the secretion is faster, the bicarbonate secretion is high and the chloride secretion is low. So these are the digestive enzymes which are secreted by the or formed by the pancreatic juice. The protein digestive enzymes called as proteolytic enzymes are trypsin, nogen, chymotrypsinogen, elastase, carboxypeptidase B. These are all activated by entropeptidase, and chymotrypsinogen is converted to trypsin, elastase is converted to trypsin. All these are going to break the peptide bonds either in the carboxyl, in the aliphatic, or the terminal amino carboxy. So you should know the proteolytic enzymes are trypsin, chymotrypsinogen, elastase, carboxypeptidase A and B, colipase, which is helpful in fat digestion. The pancreatic lipase convert the triglycerides to monoglycerides and fatty acids. There are cholesterol esters. These are lipolytic. The lipolytic are colipase, pancreatic lipase, cholesterol, hydrolase, which break the fat digestive enzymes. The carbohydrate splitting enzymes or digesting enzymes are amylolytic enzymes, which are the pancreatic amylase, which is same as salivary amylase, which is present in the saliva. And we have other enzymes like a ribonuclease and deoxyribonuclease, which are nucleotidase, and phospholipase, which convert fatty acids and lye. What are the phases? There are three phases of pancreatic secretion. The cephalic phase. In this phase, the sight, the smell, and taste of the food stimulates the brain to send efferent impulses through the vagus nerve to the pancreas. This causes secretion of enzymes. Acidic contents from the stomach on reaching the intestine cause secretion of bicarbonate rich pancreatic juice. So cephalic phase is mounting to 15 to 20%. It is enzyme rich, mediated by vagus. The gastric phase is due to the presence of food in the stomach, which induces the vagovagal reflex leading to pancreatic secretion. And this, because of the food in the stomach, it results in mechanical distension and constitutes around 5 to 10% of pancreatic juice. Here only small volume of enzyme rich secretions are formed. It is mediated by gastropancreatic reflex through vagus and gastrin from pyloric antrum. So hormone secretin stimulates the pancreatic secretion. The intestinal phase is the most important phase. It is mainly regulated by hormones, secretin and cholecystokinin, also called as pancreozymin. Whenever there is a food in the stomach, it is this process of intestinal phase is when the acid in the intestine stimulates the bicarbonate rich pancreatic secretion by the action of secretin. The products of lipid and protein digestion, peptides and amino acids stimulate the cholecystokinin secretion, and the cholecystokinin stimulates the formation of enzyme rich pancreozymin. So secretin causes bicarbonate rich, whereas cholecystokinin or pancreozymin is enzyme rich, that is the amylolytic proteolytic enzyme. This in turn enhances digestive products by positive feedback mechanism. So for an intestinal phase, we need food in the duodenum, and this constitutes 75% of the pancreatic juice, and the secretion is watery, and it is mediated by hormone, secretin and pancreozymin. So, what are the different phases? Cephalic, gastric, and intestinal phase. So, how is it regulated? It is regulated by secretin, which I told you, which causes bicarbonate rich, and cholecystokinin, which is enzyme rich. So, there is a hormonal regulation and neural regulation. Neural regulation is mediated by vagus nerve, which causes increase in pancreatic secretion. So, this is the positive feedback mechanism. Whenever there is acid in the duodenum, it causes secretion of secretin, which causes bicarbonate rich alkaline pancreatic juice into the duodenum. This neutralizes the acid from the stomach, which is the chyme, and which in turn inhibits. It acts on the ducts of the pancreas to produce the flow of alkaline watery pancreatic juice, but poor in enzymes. The cholecystokinin pancreozymin causes secretion of pancreatic juice rich in enzymes by the zymogen granules, causing discharge of zymogen granules from the pancreatic acini. This stimulates the products of digestion, especially peptides, and this is stimulated and it increases CCK secretion. It also increases bile and enzyme rich pancreatic secretion. So, you can see from the acini, the acinar cells are stimulated by the CCK-PZ, which causes enzyme rich pancreatic juice, whereas the duct cells is acted by the secretin, which causes bicarbonate rich pancreatic juice. So, this is the volume whenever there is an injection of different juices, what happens with the pancreatic and enzyme rich. So, what are the abnormal pancreatic functions? It can be chronic pancreatitis, carcinoma, where there is reduced volume of pancreatic secretion, decreased bicarbonate, and steatorrhea. As we came across last class about steatorrhea, it is excess excretion of fat in feces, which is bulky, frothy, and foul smelling. Acute pancreatitis is activated by pancreatic enzymes by autodigestion. If there is a spillover of the enzymes onto the acini, that is the reason always the enzymes are flowing through the duct. If it leaks, then the whole pancreas will be eaten away. Pancreas means all flesh. Autodigestion of pancreas and chemical inflammation of gland. So, the next class is about, the next juice is the small intestine juice, which is the succus entericus. This is secreted by the crypts of Leberkan. Its composition: small intestine does not secrete enzymes. The digestive enzymes are intracellular and come into action only after desquamation. Secretion of small intestine is called as succus entericus. Its composition varies in different parts of the small intestine. On an average, it secretes around 3 liters per day. It is watery, straw colored, cloudy in appearance due to flecks of mucus. The pH is alkaline, around 7.6. The varying amounts of dissolved carbon dioxide and bicarbonate are responsible for the wide range of pH ranging from 6.5 to 7.6 encountered in different parts. It is isotonic with plasma with a specific gravity of 1010. It is composed of water. 98% of the small intestine juice is made up of water, and the solids with inorganic and organic. The inorganic are the cations and the anions, with jejunal secretions and ileal secretion, which can be of all the minerals. The organic constituents are the proteins, the mucin, the albumin, and the immunoglobulin. The numerous shed epithelial cells of intestinal mucous membrane. On an average, 50 grams is shedded, and the digestive enzymes present in the shed epithelial cells have little role in digestion. So, the enzymes are the enteropeptidase or the enterokinase. It activates the trypsinogen to trypsin. It is a brush border enzyme of the duodenum and jejunum. It is released in response to secretin and cholecystokinin pancreozymin and bile acids. It converts inactive trypsinogen to trypsin. Like we saw, all the enzymes in pancreas are inactive unless until there is a substrate, it is not converted, or it will result in autodigestion. The proteolytic enzymes are the carboxypeptidase, endopeptidase, and dipeptidase. Break down polypeptides into amino acids. Enzymes acting on the nucleic acids are the nucleases, nucleotidase, nucleosidase. The lipolytic enzymes are the fat splitting enzymes of the intestinal lipase present in the brush border of the epithelial cells. Its action is much weaker than that of pancreatic lipase. The carbohydrate splitting enzymes or digestive enzymes which are amylolytic are the maltase, sucrase, lactase, isomaltase, trehalase and amylase. You can see the process of digestion of carbohydrate is starting in the saliva along with the stomach, and finally it is getting completed in the small intestine, predominantly the fats, the carbohydrate splitting enzymes in the duodenum. Similarly, the fat and proteins. The regulation of small intestine secretion is mainly by the presence of chyme in the intestine, which increases the intestinal stimuli secretion. Also, the distension of intestine stimulates secretion probably by local nervous reflexes. This is due to a local stimuli. The extrinsic can be due to the sympathetic and the vagal through the parasympathetic. It increases not only the secretion of Brunner glands but not that of crypts of Leberkan. Sympathetic stimulation inhibits secretion. Inhibition helps to prevent loss of fluid and electrolytes. It helps in absorptive process. The hormones which are essential are the VIP, the vasoactive intestinal polypeptide, the gastric inhibitory peptide and gastrin, which stimulate intestinal secretion. The acetylcholine increases, whereas the noradrenaline inhibits the intestinal juice.